Support for this podcast comes from St. Alphonsus Sports Medicine, offering services for sports injury and recovery, with physicians and athletic trainers who provide treatment for fractures, dislocations, sprains, strains, and other sports-related issues. More information on services at stalphonsus.org.
Family, work, school, you've got a lot going on. I'm Aisha Roscoe from NPR. We know you're busy, so we've made staying informed easy. The Boise State Public Radio mobile app is a hassle-free way to keep up with the latest news and stories. Whether you're cooking dinner, folding laundry, or just tackling your daily to-do list, staying in the know has never been so simple. Download the free Boise State Public Radio app today, so even when you're busy, you'll never miss a beat. And join me for Weekend Edition every Sunday morning from 6 to 10 on Boise State Public Radio News.
From Boise State Public Radio, this is The Connector. It's Idaho's Daily News. Good morning. I'm George Prentice. This morning, we'll tell you how one community is intent on creating its own police force, and they're starting from scratch. We've got that story, plus the return of the Mormon crickets. It is Monday, the 13th of April. Here we go with today's stories. Idaho families, like the rest of the nation, are beginning another week with the war in Iran casting a wide shadow across the economy. The Consumer Price Index reflects an increase in a number of key items, including health care, food, and then, of course, volatility in gas and energy prices. AAA Idaho says the average price for a gallon of unleaded is $4.31. That's 6 cents higher than a week ago, nearly 80 cents higher than this time last month. Amid rising energy costs, the Trump White House is proposing to scrap a program that helps low-income people heat and cool their homes. Yvette Fernandez tells us more.
President Trump's $1.5 trillion proposed budget says the Low-Income Home Energy Assistance Program, known as LAHEAP, is unnecessary because states can help prevent utility shutoffs. Mark Wolf is the executive director of the National Energy Assistance Directors Association, which is made up of state LAHEAP directors. He says the program helps people in need.
The cost of energy, electricity and natural gas, has gone up 2.5 times the rate of inflation in the last year. So that's why people are expressing concern. So when they say, gee, my bill's a lot higher, they're right.
According to the latest Federal Bureau of Labor Statistics data, people were paying 11% more than they were a year ago for gas utilities and 4.8% more for electricity. The president has proposed cutting LAHEAP before, but the effort failed amid bipartisan support for the program. I'm Yvette Fernandez with the Mountain West News Bureau.
We continue to report on Idaho's need for daycare. Reports have told us that nearly 2/3 of Idaho kids have both their parents in the workforce, but those parents continue to struggle to access affordable, quality childcare. So we were interested in tonight's meeting of the City of Boise's Planning and Zoning Commission because there are 2 requests for conditional use permits for proposed daycare operations. First, TRICA. That is the Treasure Valley Institute for Children's Arts, which gave life to an historic structure in Boise's North End and today offers community events, summer camps, and after-school programs. Operators there say the building already meets all necessary code. Now they want a modification of an existing commercial use permit that would allow them to include a daycare facility. Next, over to the new Wilson Station Apartments, a high-profile affordable housing project that has brought more than 100 apartments to State Street, a major corridor for public transportation. The main building was constructed with the intention of housing a large daycare operation, so organizers there will ask for that conditional use permit to accommodate up to 40 children in what they say will be a dual-language immersion setting. It will be one of a number of preschools owned by the La Soleil French School for Children. It will be their 5th location in the community. Boise's Planning and Zoning Commission takes up both proposals when they get underway at 6 p.m. at City Hall. In Ketchum, there will be a new way to police that resort community. This is a story that we first began telling you about last week, and indeed it came to a head late last week at the meeting of the Ketchum City Council. Simply put, there's been some disagreement between the city of Ketchum and the Blaine County Sheriff's Office, which has been responsible for Ketchum's law enforcement for years. But instead of signing a new contract with the county sheriff's office, Ketchum's new mayor, Pete Privileges, says he wants the city to now create its own police force. So that was the issue to come before the public in Ketchum last week. But up top, the Ketchum City Council first heard from the man currently in charge of their law enforcement, the county sheriff.
We have done everything we can in good faith to meet you in every area that you have highlighted is the most important to you. I have worked personally for over a year to listen to you.
And this is Blaine County Sheriff Morgan Bayless pleading with the Ketchum City Council not to break with their current arrangement.
But what you can't say at the end of the day is that the sheriff's office did not work as hard as they could to meet you and to compromise and to deliver the highest quality level of service that matches the culture of this community, because that is what we have done. Like I said, 2 weeks ago, we agreed on the contract, and then 72 hours later, it changed.
And then the public did weigh in. As expected, it was a mix of opinions. More than a few asked the city council to at least slow down and not make a change too quickly.
I think you have a real serious problem of getting the right people in here and training them. Before you guys jump into this, my suggestion, Mayor, is that you table this.
If you want more eye contact with the police officers, sheriffs, ask for it.
But when it came time to vote, the majority of the Ketchum City Council was steadfast in wanting a change. The vote was on a proposal to break the contract with the Blaine County Sheriff's Office.
Councilman McGraw.
Aye.
Councilman Cordovano.
Aye.
Councilman Hutchinson.
Aye.
Councilman Hall.
No.
Motion passes.
And with that, the next step is to begin a plan to transition away from the Blaine County Sheriff's Office and to create a new police department for the city of Ketchum. As if the threat of triple-digit heat and wildfires wasn't enough for this summer, now we're hearing that Mormon crickets are hatching early. The Utah News-Dispatch is reporting that scientists have already spotted young crickets weeks ahead of schedule in certain parts of Utah, including its northeast corner, which borders Idaho. Scientists add that the earlier hatch does not necessarily mean big swarms, but they're keeping a close eye on the possibility of large outbreaks. In sports, Athletic Club Boise came away with a draw on Sunday, 2-2 with AV Alta in Lancaster, California. Athletic Club Boise twice had the lead yesterday, but walked away with a tie. So they are now 1-1-2 on the season, which is still very early. Athletic Club Boise heads home now. They'll be home this coming Saturday when they'll host Westchester. That match starts at 7 p.m. And that is today's episode of The Connector. I'm George Prentice. We'll see you back here on Tuesday. Say, if you like this episode, you might also enjoy the news and conversation on our Idaho Matters podcast. Find it wherever you're listening right now. We'll see you back here tomorrow for another Connector. And for now, thanks for listening.
If you like podcasts like this, explore more from the Boise State Public Radio podcast family. There you'll find a mix of daily news, Idaho Voices, and in-depth series on a wide range of topics. I'm talking wild horses, political scandals, sustainable ranching, and militia groups in a post-January 6th world. Wherever you get your podcasts, just search Boise State Public Radio to find what Idaho's NPR station has in store for you.